One day, Duck, Bill and Ben and Ginty were all in the sheds, and they were a bit bored. They'd all done the jobs for the day, and they were wondering what to do. Well, I think we need to do more jobs. I don't think that we've done enough. Just then, there was a huge rumble of a car. A car shot up and veered onto the track. Hey, which way are you going? Sorry, I got a bit overexcited. Sorry, I've got to pull back. The car pulled off the rails and pulled up next to the engines. Sorry, my name's Perry. I'm the new Porsche that had just recently been built. Your manager decided to buy me, and to be honest, I'm glad. I was just sitting in that shop for ages. It was very boring. Well, I've got work to do. Track maintenance as usual. And Ginty set off. Unusual fellow, isn't he? Shut up, Duck. Well, I've got to be off. Goodbye, you lot. Pleasure meeting you. Say to Ginty I say hi. Okay, will do. Duck started to get too big for his boiler. One day, as he backed down to the sheds, Ginty decided to tell an old story. Do any of you two remember Jack? Ginty winked at the two little engines. Oh, I remember Jack, said Bill. I do too, said Ben, and they both slowly rolled forward from the sheds. They pulled alongside Duck, as close as they could get to each other. You know, Jackson ended at the back of our shed. Well, alongside it, he was very rude and mean, and he was always boasting of how great he was because he was from a different railway. So we put him behind the trucks, as you see over there. He's officially now just waiting to be scrapped. You be rude like that, and you'll end up in the scrap heap. I don't believe that for a minute, said Duck. Oh, you should do, because it's what's going to happen to you. Before the two engines could reply, they scuttled off. Rotten things, said Duck. You ought to believe them, you know. They can come off tricky, but they can be friendly. I don't believe you, said Duck, and he pulled away into the sheds. Though Jack was an engine, he was behind the trucks because he was being repaired. So, how's the story gone? Jack whispered to Ginty. Very well, he said. Let me just couple up behind you and we can get you out of here. Meanwhile, Bill was heading off to the docks. He was excited. He wanted to play a trick. He found Ginty's track maintenance kit. I'll show that wooden old tank engine who's boss, said Bill, and he pulled back to couple up to the train. Ben had just returned back to the sheds. He was talking to Ginty about the story. So is Jack still there? Yep, said Ginty. He is. He's just going repairs as usual. He'll be fixed soon enough. Manager says I need to take him to the works back in down in London. So I'll be gone for a day or two, but I'll probably talk to you when I get back. Oh, London's not that far. I've got a surprise for me and old Duck, he said. What is it? He whispered the plan. I like it. So quickly, Ben set out to get the plan ready. He just pushed a truck containing some weed killer and pushed it onto the line. He waited in the siding. Even Ginty thought this was a good idea. We'll teach him a lesson, Ginty thought to himself. The next morning, Duck woke from his sleep and pulled out of the sheds without saying to anyone and set off down the line. It was still a little misty. Duck couldn't see very well, and he rounded the corner. He hit the van filled with weed killer. Crates and weed killer flew everywhere. Oh, said Duck. Oh. The crash was heard from in the sheds, and soon Bill arrived as well as Ginty. Ho, 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 said Ginty. Looks like you've got a taste of your own medicine, Duck. You always did a little look like a weed. Duck was fuming, but he didn't say it. When he was loaded back on the rails, he didn't say anything, and he rolled away. He was secretly plotting revenge at Bill and Ben for tricking him.